We are live here at Summer League 2024, and today I have the pleasure of being here with Golden State Warriors first-team All-Recce, Brandin Podziemski. How you doing today, Brandin?
Good, brother. How are you?
Good, good. So while we're on the topic of Summer League, I think every year there's always an argument that there's a certain amount of players that, they say, oh, they're too good for Summer League. They shouldn't be playing. And I think you fall into that category, but in a way I think it's a testament to how much you love the game of basketball and, you consider yourself a gym rat. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think for me, just using Summer League as an opportunity to see what I've worked on and gotten better at since April, since the season ended. So I think this is a good way to test and see where you're at and prepare yourself for August and September leading into the season of what I can still get better at. And so for me, this is what simulates the most, realistic game situations I'm going to be in. So for me, just being able to play and the team letting me play is a blessing.
So you've been in Vegas for quite some time now, starting with the USA Select team. Talk to me about that experience, and arguably you were playing against 12 of the greatest players in the world right now.
Yeah, it was really fun. Had a good couple of days, learned some stuff, got to compete against them. And like I said, in the summertime and even during the year, that's the best competition you can get. And for me, just trying to go out there, compete, bring the best out of those guys. And then ultimately, it was just a confidence booster, honestly. Being able to compete, play well, and, I'm already a confident person as it is, but to add that kind of stuff to your resume, knowing that you can compete and play with those guys, it does wonders for you.
You played with Phenom Cooper Flagg on that team, and he later said that you were his favorite player to play with because you made the right decisions, you played the game the right way. And this ties into my next question, you led the league in charges as a rookie. You do things that necessarily don't show up in the box score. Has that always been your mentality from, playing as a kid to now being in the league?
Yeah, I think so. There's actually a few reasons to it, but I think the first reason would probably be, growing up, my favorite player was Manu Ginobili, the ultimate winner, guy that would do anything for his team to win. Case in point is his championships that he's won with San Antonio. He was a lefty, European style. I could see some of my game in his. And then the second thing was probably going to military school. I think when you go to military school, you do things for other people and not just for your own good. And for me, just learning that unselfishness and being selfless really just has carried through, my whole high school career, college, and now into the pros. And I've been taking charges, since I started hooping. And it's just been something that has helped my team win. And everywhere I've gone, I've been a winner. So I think what I've been doing is working, and I'm going to continue to do it.
So you were drafted into an organization that really for the past decade has lived and breathed winning. Last year, you guys fell short of the playoffs. In your sophomore campaign, you're going to be expected to have a much more increased role. What are you trying to take a leap going to next year?
Yeah, I think, honestly, it sounds cliche, but scoring the ball, I think with Clay gone, with Chris gone, I'm not as good a shooter as Clay, and I'm probably not as good as a point guard yet as Chris. But I think I can, play both sides and be able to do somewhat similar things that they brought to the table. And for me, continue to do the things that I normally do, play hard, rebound, take charges, but then also, elevate my scoring. And, we're trying to put guys around Steph that, teams that can't just rely on guarding him and just say let everyone else beat us because we are capable of doing that.
So you mentioned two of those guys right there, Chris and Clay, not to mention a guy named Steph Curry. As a rookie, those are 3 Hall of Famers that you played with. I know 2 of them are gone, but give me a couple of things that you learned from them in year 1.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things I learned, but I think Clay and Chris have such good perspectives, and so does Steph and Draymond, but I think they have good perspectives on, what winning looks like, how the game's supposed to be played, how they survived, over a decade in the league. So just all kind of tidbits on that, simple things of, how to manage your money. Doesn't even have to be basketball related. And, once they both left, they both called me and we talked on the phone, and, I have friends for life in them. So it was a great experience having them too. And now it's time to start something different.
I myself am a lefty too. I didn't make it as far in my career as basketball as you did, but as a kid growing up, did you always have people saying to you, oh, force him right, he's a lefty? I never heard a righty being told, oh, force him left. I feel like it's lefty discrimination.
Yeah.
That's what I dealt with.
No, I definitely agree with that. I feel like as a lefty, you're always forced right. Yeah. So then in your workouts, you work on stuff going right, like all of our step backs are going right, stuff like that. You feel more comfortable shooting, over your left shoulder. So I think it's kind of funny, and but for me, it's like some teams know I'm left-handed, but still let me go left, which is kind of crazy. But you work on your all-around game. You work on different things you're going to see throughout a year, especially with an increased role. And I think that's what I've been working on through April, and just learning how to play out the pick and roll more, be more comfortable with that, create my own shot, just trying to be efficient. And honestly, as a point guard, I think the biggest thing I learned from Chris, going back to that topic, is your job as a point guard is to get another team at a closeout. And once you get another team at a closeout, then the dominoes start to fall, and you get to play, 5-on-4, and then it's just up to making the right decision. So for me as a point guard, that's all I'm trying to do, is get someone else to close out, and then, we'll let our skill and athleticism shine.
All right, one last quick one. The Warriors will win the championship next year if blank.
I think we win the championship if we all come together, and our main focus is winning. The outside noise, the distractions, the contracts, all that stuff's going to take care of itself in the end, and it looks even better when you win. So I think for us, blending young and old for the second year together, I think it'll be for some success. And not to mention, we were the 10 seed last year, but we won 6 more games than we did the year before, and we were the 6 seed. So that's a testament to the talent in the Western Conference. But I think we're also elevating our game, and I think we can get a top 6 seed this year.
Brandin, thank you. I know you got a game to watch. Go watch your teammates. So
thank you, guys. Appreciate
leave it to it. Yeah.